I still had Factor 90.3 Nigeria Info here in Port Harcourt. I'm Dayo. I'm back at the Salah. To everyone, especially our Muslim brothers and sisters who are out there, enjoy the holidays and festivities, but to remember to be responsible, not just for yourself, but other persons as well. Watch it on the roads, especially if you're going to be a road user, or you're going to be driving today, or you're going to be a passenger in a vehicle. Don't overdo it. Let's ensure there'll be many. Hopefully, there'll be many more Salahs to celebrate or other festive days. So put some check in it. All right, and also remember, of course, we're all guarding against the third wave of the COVID-19 pandemic. So do be cautious regarding that. Observe whatever safety measures you possibly can, like regularly washing your hands. Just once again, be responsible for yourself and others also. If you listened on the show or to the show yesterday, you might remember I had with me on the show the Rivers State Commissioner for Energy and Natural Resources, Dr. Peter Medee. We discussed a few issues on the show. The controversial PIB was a matter we discussed to some degree, and also some other issues as well. And when asked about what the Rivers State government, or more precisely his ministry, is doing to advance the industry in Rivers State, especially to or for the benefit of Rivers State, he did highlight a few things, and that highlight is making for a part 2 of that conversation. As there were several things I imagine we'll attend to some of them, if not all of them. But one of the high points of the things he highlighted was Rivers State government securing waivers for modular refineries in the state. That's definitely a matter of great importance and will attract anyone's attention, especially if you're here within Rivers State. What potentials does this hold for the state? What is the strategy or the plan to implement this? Are there timelines? Who can be a part of this? How will Rivers State benefit from this, or even Rivers persons benefit from this initiative? As far as job creation is concerned, direct and indirect, what are we looking at? What are the potentials? These are other related matters we're discussing at this time. And joining me once again for this conversation is Dr. Peter Medee, Rivers State Commissioner for Energy and Natural Resources. Commissioner, good evening. You're welcome to the show.
Good evening, Dayo. Good evening, Rivers people. Barakadi Salah.
Barakadi Salah to you as well.
Thank you.
Let's get straight to the matter then. You were on the show yesterday. We had some time to discuss, but apparently there's so much to talk about. The time wasn't enough. We had to schedule another time for today. I appreciate that you're a very busy man, so I also do appreciate you making our time to be here today as well. That said, you mentioned yesterday that the Rivers State government has secured waivers for 15 modular refineries. Now, can you expatiate on what exactly this means when you say has secured waivers? Is it the same thing as having secured licenses for the modular refineries? What exactly does it mean?
Well, Dayo, thank you. Thank you, Rivers people, for this opportunity again to be here. All is a bit to sensitize and educate Rivers people on what we are doing in the Rivers State Ministry of Energy and Natural Resources. People are only seeing the flyovers His Excellency is building. People are also seeing the schools. They're also seeing the health center. And they're also seeing all the physical infrastructure that is we are trying to do as part of the New Rivers vision. But beyond that, there are more His Excellency is doing in other areas that are generating employment and stimulating the economy of Rivers State. And part of that is that the State Executive Council has given us approval as a ministry to begin to initiate the processes for the building of modular refineries in Rivers State. Now, late last year, about November last year, we had the opportunity to attend the National Council on Hydrocarbon. The National Council on Hydrocarbon is the highest decision-making body in terms of the oil and gas sector in Nigeria. And so we submitted 2 memos to the council. The first one is that considering the black soot problem we're having in Rivers State, from where we are very convinced that the only new thing that is occasioning the black soot presently could be the effort of artisanal refining. And so, to be able to get an alternative for that, we thought it wise, and we got necessary approval from the State Executive Council that there will be the need to organize Rivers people, put these people into artisanal refining together, and that initiative is led by the Deputy Governor of the state. So myself, the Commissioner for Environment, and the Deputy Governor, we've been on this program. So we did this memo. I specifically did it to the National Council because, you know, when it comes to the bureaucracy and high rate tapeism that characterize documentation processes for activities in the oil and gas sector, there was the need for us to ask for a waiver. Now we got that waiver approved. So that memo was approved because we made a case that Rivers State presently is suffering from high level of environmental challenges, especially the black soot. And for that to be averted, there are some things we need to do, one of which is to provide alternative for the artisanal refining. And the only credible alternative for now is the modular refining approach. So, and we know that if we allow individuals to go to secure this documentation, it will take them longer time. So what we did was to seek for this approval that we can get these documentations waived so that the processes, if you are hitherto before now expected to spend 6 months to secure one document, we can get that document for you in very short time,
so if I get
so that
right,
you can be able to get those processes on. So what I mean by the waiver is that we can be able to get all the necessary documentation in a very short possible time. What we got was approval in principle. The idea is because Rivers State government is not building these refineries. It is private investors that are expected to build. And if, as a private investor, you approach the Department of Petroleum Resources and the Ministry of Petroleum Resources to secure, first, the license to establish, because there are 3 documentations, key documentations you need. The first is the license to establish. That is when you should have submitted all your papers in terms of registration with CAC and every other necessary document. When you submit that, they are expected to give you a license to establish. Then you will now use the license to establish to apply for authority to construct. Now the authority to construct, the PRO with their team will come and inspect the land and your feasibilities, approaches and efforts. Then they will now approve for you to now begin construction. Now when you finish construction, you go back to them again to apply for license to operate. That is only when you can now operate, when you should have finished.
Oh, but before what exactly, pardon me, what exactly is being waived?
What is being waived is the processes, the bureaucratic processes, the high level of red tapeism associated with getting this documentation.
You've described, you've described 3 processes,
yes,
for anyone who wants to establish a modular refinery in Rivers State.
Yes.
Is there any stage of this process or these processes that has been removed? So when you say there's a waiver to eliminate some red tapeism, some bureaucratic processes, what exactly is the waiver? What has been eliminated from this process to make it seemingly easier?
What has been eliminated is the time lag. Time lag. You know, this process is characterized by high time lag between when you apply, when it will be processed, and when you get this document.
In other words, all of these processes that are required by law are still going to have to be followed through.
Yes, you will follow through them, but there are conditions that ordinarily would not have been accepted if only you is approaching them. But because they are giving this to the state government, they will allow it. For example, the feedstock guarantee. The feedstock guarantee is another waiver, which was the second memo we got. What that means is that if you build this we will give you crude oil to operate. You know, one thing is to build a refinery, another thing is to get crude for you to process. And it has been like a chicken and egg situation. The investors are saying that you need to give us feedstock guaranteed before we can build. Federal government is saying that no, we won't give you until you build. So you can see, so which one comes first?
But there has to be a refinery,
yes,
for you to get feedstock to refine.
Yes, there have to be.
If there's no refinery, why would you require feedstock?
No, but the investors, especially foreign investors, would want the feedstock. They want to be sure. That's what we call it guaranteed.
Okay.
They want to be sure that they have the feedstock before they come and build. Because it's possible that they will build and they will deny them the feedstock. So all the money they put into that investment shall have been wasted.
But they are paying, they are buying the feedstock.
They are buying, but there are processes to it.
Okay.
Now, you know what has happened before now? If you have followed through, you will hear that, oh, before now, some licenses have been given, feedstock licenses have been given to people to come and build refinery. At the end of the day, they didn't use it to build. They only use it to carry crude oil to now sell in the international market. So federal government is no longer ready to give a feedstock guarantee to any private individual, because their experience shows that when they give, they use it to go and they lift crude and sell. So now what the case is now is that you must build, they come and inspect, as they're giving you the license to operate, they give you the feedstock.
Well, let's go back to memo number 1, Commissioner, if you don't mind, which is the River State government, via your ministry, identified the problem. Obviously, the economic, considerations here as well. But we have a soot problem, yes, which you also, I believe, rightly identified that a major cause of that, as you also identified, the newest thing in quotes is the activities of artisanal refiners. One could argue that they are engaging in illegal activities. One might even go as far as saying, using the word criminal in describing those activities, because they are engaging in economic sabotage. They procure, or they secure this feedstock, if I may use that term, the crude illegally. They sabotage oil installations and facilities. Besides that, they also endangered the environment, endanger people's lives in so doing. Now, you've also mentioned that the people who the River State government hopes, and I believe that's commonsensical, to follow up on these waivers that have been secured by the River State government, the private investors,
yes,
very likely who are not criminally minded or
yes,
criminally engaged, hopefully.
Yes.
So, how do we think that this initiative of the River State government is going to stop the activities of criminally minded people whose stock in trade is sabotaging not just River State but the nation economically, endangering the environment? They don't believe they have to pay for the feedstock. The process of refining is crude at best and endangers people's lives. How do we hope that this process is going to address that problem?
Thank you, Dayo. I was trying to come to that, but now that you've raised the issue, let me deal with that. You see, one of our own cardinal objectives of solving the soup problem presently is to take away the market from them. To take away the market from them. And we have outlined things we need to do that will take away the market from them. So, the modular refinery approach, ordinarily, if you have 15 modular refineries producing in River State next year, the possibility is that there will be availability of products from these legal sources. If you have availability of product from these legal sources, and people are buying from these legal sources, then you should have brought down the level of patronage of these illegal refining activities.
Another reason people patronize them is not just because products from legal sources are not available. Maybe sometimes they are not, or maybe even many times, but also the cost price, as we've heard, of purchasing from these illegal refiners is considerably cheaper. Now, if the owners of the modular refineries are going to be buying at government-approved rates, the crude that is, which is very likely international rates, they can't sell below a certain threshold. So how does that eliminate the market of the artisanal refiner?
You see, Dayo, you need to look at the simple economics of what we're talking about. You need to look at it. You see, they are in business because product are scarce. And it's because the products are scarce. That's why the price is also relatively high. Now, if you do anything by increasing productivity, and then as you increase production, the one thing that you achieve is to increase supply. If you increase supply, that will tell on the price. So relatively, you begin to see the price differentials will gradually begin to, you will now look at, okay, if I'm going to buy the illegally produced ones that are not taking standard into consideration, then I'm endangering my facilities, I'm endangering my generating set, I'm endangering my car. And so if you are able to bridge the gap between their price regime and this one, you begin to see that when you take value into consideration, more people will begin to come back from buying from them. And as the more people come back from buying from them, then you are gradually discouraging them, you are taking the market from them. Then you also look at that they endanger their life in terms of the health risk in going to steal, going to cook. By the time they consider this risk and then see the level of patronage going down, gradually you begin to discourage them. Secondly, this modular refinery we are talking about, we are looking at that it will create more employment. Some of the people they are hiring to cook for them will begin to see jobs in the modular refinery. And so it is left for them to choose to work in a healthy environment, which is the modular refinery, or to work in a high-risk environment.
But just because,
so so you discourage a lot.
Just because you cook crude oil, in a huge pot in some forest, doesn't mean that you're qualified to work in a modular refinery.
Well, they need to get training. You see, one of the major approach we're looking at is, first, we're trying to see how we can put them too into cooperatives and see how they too can come for it. In fact, part of why I'm here is to also appeal to them that there is this option, there's this opportunity that's available for them to do what they're doing illegally, legally. And so we're expecting them to come out, put themselves into cooperatives, and then come and do what we're follow through these processes now, and then come and do what they are doing, though illegally, and they can now do it legally. So this is part of what we are doing. There are other approaches we also have that will achieve this for us. Number one, we are presently developing an app that we're going to use and work with security such that the end users of their product, for example, if you look at today, we have the Notori where they are producing fertilizer in River State. We have the Indorama. We have the Dangote cement. We have the Bua sugar. We have the Crown flour mill. So you look at all these units of production. The bigger trucks, most of them, for example, Notori, they will load the fertilizer from here to Kaduna before they will start distributing. So the workshop, the warehouse where they are storing the product from River State is in Kaduna. The bigger trucks that move this product down north, they are all users of these products. Now, we're developing an app where we will be able to find out where they bought their product from and then issue receipt. So the ministry is presently working with the petroleum station owners in Rivers State called Petron. We're developing the app with them. And what do we want to achieve? If you buy a product from Rivers State, once you get to the boundary out of Rivers State, the security agencies will begin to ask you, where do you buy your product from? The product, because definitely you didn't use water. You're not using water to drive the tanker or the trailer. Where did you buy your product from? You say, okay, I bought it from XYZ station. Can we see the receipt from them? And then by the time they submit the receipt, they'll be able to see evidence of our app, because we produce the receipt from our app. That will show that you bought the product from legal sources. Now, if you buy from illegal sources, and because what we have discovered that they buy this product from illegal sources, from roadside, and then print receipts as if they bought from legal sources. So that's why we are developing this app, and by the time we take that on, you will see that we will also use that to discourage their patronage. All that is to take the market away from them.
We have to go for a commercial break now. When we return, we'll discuss the rollout of these plans, the app, the Modular Refinery plan as well. How soon should we expect a rollout of this? Are there timelines and other such details? And you can join the conversation as well via the usual platforms. The lines will be opened shortly, but via WhatsApp on 0809 030 6416. We're live on facebook.com/Nigeria Info PH. Hard Facts return shortly. Do please stay with us.
Connect with your customers. Advertise on 92.3 Nigeria Info. Visit our downtown office at Shop 9, Mediatrix of All Gracies Plaza, opposite FIRS, Stadium Road, Port Harcourt, and book your commercials. Call 0817 001 8162. That is 0817 001 8162. And let us connect you to your customers. Connect with your customers. Advertise on 92.3 Nigeria Info. Visit our downtown office at Shop 9, Mediatrix of All Gracies Plaza, opposite FIRS, Stadium Road, Port Harcourt, and book your commercials. Call 0817 001 8162. That is 0817 001 8162. And let us connect you to your customers. Connect with your customers. Advertise on 92.3 Nigeria Info. Visit our downtown office at Shop 9, Mediatrix of All Gracies Plaza, opposite FIRS, Stadium Road, Port Harcourt, and book your commercials. Call 0817 001 8162. That is 0817 001 8162. And let us connect you to your customers. Connect with your customers. Advertise on 92.3 Nigeria Info. Visit our downtown office at Shop 9, Mediatrix of All Gracies Plaza, opposite FIRS, Stadium Road, Port Harcourt, and book your commercials. Call 0817 001 8162. That is 0817 001 8162. And let us connect you to your customers. Connect with your customers. Advertise on 92.3 Nigeria Info. Visit our downtown office at Shop 9, Mediatrix of All Gracies Plaza, opposite FIRS, Stadium Road, Port Harcourt, and book your commercials. Call 0817 001 8162. That is 0817 001 8162. And let us connect you to your customers. Connect with your customers. Advertise on 92.3 Nigeria Info. Visit our downtown office at Shop 9, Mediatrix of All Gracies Plaza, opposite FIRS, Stadium Road, Port Harcourt, and book your commercials. Call 0817 001 8162. That is 0817 001 8162. And let us connect you to your customers. Connect with your customers. Advertise on 92.3 Nigeria Info. Visit our downtown office at Shop 9, Mediatrix of All Gracies Plaza, opposite FIRS, Stadium Road, Port Harcourt, and book your commercials. Call 0817 001 8162. That is 0817 001 8162. And let us connect you to your customers. Connect with your customers. Advertise on 92.3 Nigeria Info. Visit our downtown office at Shop 9, Mediatrix of All Gracies Plaza, opposite FIRS, Stadium Road, Port Harcourt, and book your commercials. Call 0817 001 8162. That is 0817 001 8162. And let us connect you to your customers. Connect with your customers. Advertise on 92.3 Nigeria Info. visit our downtown office at Shop 9, Mediatrix of All Gracies Plaza, opposite FIRS, Stadium Road, Port Harcourt, and book your commercials. Call 0817 001 8162. That is 0817 001 8162. And let us connect you to your customers. Connect with your customers. Advertise on 92.3 Nigeria Info. Visit our downtown office at Shop 9, Mediatrix of All Gracies Plaza, opposite FIRS, Stadium Road, Port Harcourt, and book your commercials. Call 0817 001 8162. That is 0817 001 8162. And let us connect you to your customers. Connect with your customers. Advertise on 92.3 Nigeria Info. Visit our downtown office at Shop 9, Mediatrix of All Gracies Plaza, opposite FIRS, Stadium Road, Port Harcourt, and book your commercials. Call 0817 001 8162. That is 0817 001 8162. And let us connect you to your customers. Connect with your customers. Advertise on 92.3 Nigeria Info. Visit our downtown office at Shop 9, Mediatrix of All Gracies Plaza, opposite FIRS, Stadium Road, Port Harcourt, and book your commercials. Call 0817 001 8162. That is 0817 001 8162. And let us connect you to your customers. Connect with your customers. Advertise on 92.3 Nigeria Info. Visit our downtown office at Shop 9, Mediatrix of All Gracies Plaza, opposite FIRS, Stadium Road, Port Harcourt, and book your commercials. Call 0817 001 8162. That is 0817 001 8162. And let us connect you to your customers. Connect with your customers. Advertise on 92.3 Nigeria Info. Visit
Let's Talk.
And now, Hard Facts. Hard Facts with Dayo.
Welcome back. Still Hard Facts 91.3 Nigeria Info here in Port Harcourt. I'm Dayo. 18 to go before 5 o'clock. Conversation continues with my guest. Dr. Peter Medee is River State Commissioner for Energy and Natural Resources. Commissioner, you're welcome once again.
Thank you.
And we're discussing some of the steps, innovations that the ministry, by extension the River State government, is bringing to the industry in River State. Particularly the matter of Modular Refineries, which is the River State government has secured waivers for, and even guarantees of feedstock as well. I do have a few more questions for my guest, but we'll take some of your thoughts at this time. The lines are open 0817 93 0002 or 0003 or 0007. We're live on facebook.com/NigeriaInfoPH. WhatsApp is on 0809 0306416 via WhatsApp. This is laudable by the River State government. Please help ask your guest how to report a situation where a residential area is used for illegal diesel storage and marketing, thereby damaging the environment and health issues associated. Now, I'd like to rephrase that question. Now, this concern has been raised, but even as far as artisanal or illegal refining is concerned, these are not activities. Yes, they may be taking place in some quote-unquote hidden enclosure. They're not done along the East-West Road or along Aba Road or Stadium Road. They're done in hidden places on forest. But then again, the activities are so conspicuous that there's only, how far that you can go to hide the activity. I mean, because the byproduct, even the actual act itself, the emissions are so obvious that it's not exactly very difficult to identify. And even in the communities where these activities go on, the people who are in those communities know they may not be a part of it, but they know they can tell you where these actions or these illegal activities are going on. So what efforts are we making whilst we're trying to co-opt them into the new vision and the new direction we're headed towards? But what other plans are we employing to ensure that we're able to apprehend them and stop them from doing what they're doing whilst we're working on the modular refinery option?
Well, thank you, Dayo. I was yet to come to that, but now that you've also raised it, I think I just have to also inform them that the ministry under my supervision currently have what we call a head desk. We have a head desk that we created for the general public to report all these unwholesome practices in the state. And this head desk is 24 hours. So you can call 2 dedicated lines we have and report anything that has to do with the oil and gas sector in Rivers State. And once you report it, we're going to take it up and we're going to ensure that we deal with that matter. If it is illegal oil theft or illegal refining, we'll be able to take it up with security agencies because we have a team that we already have in the ministry comprising security as well as...
Have you received any reports already?
We've been receiving reports.
How many reports have you received?
Several. We've received several, including people who are building facilities in residential areas.
And how many of these have you responded to, and how do they respond to them?
We have been responding to several, and what we do is that once we receive the report, a team from the ministry will go and confirm the report. Once we confirm the report, they will seal the place temporarily. And once we seal the place temporarily, we will then do a report to DPRO.
Have you received any report of artisanal refining? And can you mention the location and what was done about it?
Well, for artisanal refining, I don't know exactly why people are not willing to report. You know, that's a high syndicated crime. And so people are scared. We're yet to receive, but we've received several reports about people decanting gases in residential areas, people building facilities that has to do with oil and gas in residential areas and highly risk areas. And once we get those reports, mind you, we have little or nothing to do because by law we are not expected to do anything. It is DPRO that is saddled with the responsibility to take respective action. So what we do is that we do a report to DPRO and also get the security agencies involved. For example, as we speak today, there is one outfit. In fact, this one is a security outfit where they purported that they got documentation, they got papers from federal, from IG office, from civil defense office in Abuja for them to begin to arrest people doing bunkering. And by the time we got that report, we did our investigation and we discovered that they are even aiding and abetting that, because the question is they only arrest tankers that did not settle them, and when they arrest them, they don't hand over to security agencies. They take it to where they have their own park and park it there. So by the time we discovered that, out of intelligence, we are presently dealing with one, and we've secured approval from His Excellency to close down that outfit, which we are presently doing that.
Where's the place to go to park this time?
This one is happening right in D-Line by Igboku Field there, and there's a school. There's a nursery and primary school there. They pack product there. These products are leaking, and the children are passing to school. So you can see the risk. So, my dear, this is a serious problem. So what we have done, which is within our power, is to get a help desk with dedicated numbers, and I have the numbers here which I will give to the public.
Please go ahead right now.
I have the numbers I will give to them. Once you call us, they will be able to take the report and then process the information, and they will send it to the team that we already have in the ministry. The team will immediately move to that place. In most cases, I lead the team. I personally lead the team. I'll go there.
Let's give the numbers now.
So the number is 090 684 63211. Let me repeat that one again. This is an NTN line. 090 684 63211. The second line is 080 22 76 2104. Now, these two lines.
Could you repeat the second one, please?
The second one, 080 22762104. Now,
pardon me, Commissioner. I have to take a call right now. We've got an anonymous call on the line. Hello, you're welcome. Go ahead.
Hello, Dayo.
Go ahead, please.
Yes, I don't want to mention my name.
Go ahead.
The town area, particularly in Burukiri, by Kukulu. Then the one at Ebata, by Assembly of God, Waterside. As I'm talking to you, the Navy men, the civil defense, they are coming here to take money from this road.
Coming to do it?
Huh?
Okay, all right, go ahead.
And they are coming here to take money from these boys because they are called men. Exec, they call them unit exec, and the area exec. So come in the midnight operate. The Hausa men will come and carry it to their trucks. They come and look at our environment. Children cannot play. Place is messed up. If you come to number 1 Ibadan by Assembly of God, the waterfront, and this men so-called civil defense, for them to do their work, they collect money from them, 100,000, 200,000. So we are suffering here.
All right,
thank you.
And I hope that others who are in similar situations will use those
numbers. So you can see that's why we are developing the app now. Now the app is, we've seen that there are compromise, not just security agencies, including officers that you send there will compromise. So what we are doing now is we're developing an app. So when these truck drivers buy this product, they fake receipts from marketers.
How soon will this app be rolled out?
We are working on it. In fact, I'm coming from the computer center where the consultant office where we're developing this app. We're on it. And once we finish developing it, we'll be able to invite the marketers and then do a presentation to them, because we need their buy-in, not just the stakeholders.
Do you have a timeline for this?
Yes, we have a timeline. In the next 1 month, this app will be ready. And we also need to get through government approvals. Once we get all this done, this app will begin to generate receipts. So when you buy product from any of these marketers, the marketers that will be registered on our platform, we will ensure that they pass through what they call the processes of, because the union, especially Petron, has their own processes with which they certify their members selling genuine product. So it is only those selling those genuine product that we will register on our platform. And we will only issue, the app will issue receipt. Once we issue you receipt, security agencies will check. Once they check and the receipt you have is not the one from our app, then they will be able to question where you got the source from.
Do we have a timeline for the rollout of the modular refineries as well?
Well, for the modular refineries, we are waiting for them. It's not we now. It is the investors that we are expecting. Presently, we are still taking presentation from them. On Thursday, I will also have a presentation section for those who have expressed interest. By Tuesday next week, we also have. Now, like I said, we are looking for those who are serious and committed, because it's not just to do the presentation. Beyond the presentation, you need to get into the feasibility studies. Once you get the feasibilities and we see that you are ready and we are serious, then we'll not do a report on you for government final approval, so that we now enter into a relationship. That relationship will now determine that we will now ensure that you now get the land and then move to site and start building.
Are these investors going to get any kind of protection from the River State government vis-a-vis? We know what happens in our environment. A business comes up, and the worst part is in the oil and gas industry. Communities then wake up from nowhere and start to block entrances to business places and make all kinds of demands. Are we ensuring that these investors are going to be protected? And do they have such guarantees as well from the River State government?
That is part of the government equity into participation. We are going to ensure not only that we give you that guarantee, but to give you the enabling environment. Also, there are some documentation you also need from state government. We will also ensure that all that is facilitated, so that you don't pass through this high level of bureaucracy. We are cutting and limiting this bureaucracy, and that is what will ensure that we achieve it. And this thing I'm telling you is that I am personally leading it. It's not something I'm delegating to people. I'm not dedicating it. I am personally doing it, and with a high level of proactivity. That is what will give us value.
How soon do you think the first modular refinery will be set up?
Well, that does not depend on us because we are not funding. We are not funding. It is the private investors. You must be sure of your technology, and your technology must be a green technology, not brown technology. Then once you are sure of your technology, then you are sure of your source of funding. Then you come, we are good to go. You show evidence of your technology and your funding, we're good to go.
Commissioner.
So that's the expression of interest that we are receiving now. Write us today, we will reply you almost immediately. If you write today, by tomorrow, you will get a letter from my office inviting you to come for the presentation.
We do have to wrap it up on that note. Dr. Peter Medee is a Commissioner for Energy and Natural Resources in Waivers State. Commissioner, many thanks for your time.
Thank you, Dayo.
Got a commercial break coming up right now. The news update, top of the hour at 5. After that is the National Assembly usurping the powers of INEC as far as the conduct of elections is concerned. Barrister Richard Wokocha joins me for that conversation. Do please stay with us.